To be honest, I don't know how to start off with this video in a really funny way. Do I talk about regular show and my experiences with the show, but I don't have that much nostalgic memories of regular show? Do I talk about Sin's channels and my thoughts on them, yet I don't care enough to give an opinion on them? So I'll just start off with me rambling and context. In 2010, Cartoon Network aired the first episode of the show Regular Show called The Power. Then, a few years later, someone named TV Sins made a Sin counter on the episode. Finally, we have CarmenRider who made a commentary on Sins' video. And now I'm here, so without any further ado... Actually, never mind, I want to bring this up before we get into the meat of their video. Carmen, where's the link to the video you're covering? Yes, I did find the video myself, but others may not know where it is. Because Sins' video is a very important part of your video, not adding a link to it would be reckless at the end of the day. And if your audience has to find it themselves, then that is not a good look on your part. Now, with all of that said, let's actually begin this.
Also, dolls with teeth.
They're obviously printed on.
I like how they never said that they were real teeth, just that it's a doll with teeth. So this part just doesn't make any sense, to be honest.
Tag up! Tag up!
Jeez, how much room do these two need? This bedroom is huge.
How exactly is this a sin?
Because the bedroom looks really big, and it would come to question as to how much stuff did they put in that big as fuck room. Like, if you have to have that big of a room, you probably have a lot of stuff to put in there, right? Right?
Oh, you want us to put the hurt on you? I think he wants me to put the hurt on him.
I think he wants you to put the hurt on him.
You think he wants me to put the hurt on him?
Ah, so it's gonna be that kind of show, is it? Got it. So I guess we'll just add a few This Goes On for Some Time Sins to cover the repeating things over and over shenanigans? On and anigans?
You're not funny.
No explanation, and humor is subjective.
Also, this is literally one gag. Trust me, the rest of the show's humor gets better as time goes on.
And examples? Like, if you know that the humor in regular show gets funnier, and that there are more gags to it, then why not show us? Also, this is where I now finally realize that this is a reoccurring issue with this video. That most of your points are so short with no explanation that it's not funny. That becomes a problem because it will be hard for Sins to improve if you're so vague on your points.
How would any of those items pop out of the trash can when Rigby takes up the entire circumference?
Cartoon logic. As a reviewer, you should be familiar with the concept. Now granted, not everything should be chalked up to cartoon logic, but it is still very much a thing.
That literally doesn't justify Sins' issue that this doesn't make any sense, and your point just comes off as more of an excuse rather than an explanation.
But it wasn't as awesome as when you punched that hole in the wall.
I'm not sure which one is Beavis and which one is Butthead yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out by the end of the episode.
Ah yes, the argument that every show with a comedic duo is just a Beavis and Butthead ripoff. By that logic, SpongeBob is a Beavis and Butthead ripoff.
It wasn't an issue that Sins had, it was just Sins saying that they so far don't know who Beavis and Butthead are. You're just arguing with air at this point, stop. Also, SpongeBob is a Beavis and Butthead ripoff. The show doesn't even focus on SpongeBob and Patrick 24/7, just SpongeBob and what he gets himself into. God. What the fuck?
We just need to ask him for a raise and just explain all the—
No, that's not gonna work. What are you, 65?
No, because then Mordecai would be legal retiring age and not need a raise. Hambone on that, little nugget Rigby.
It's an analogy! Also, this is the show's way of conveying that Rigby is the less smart of the two.
Okay, this isn't on Carmen's first point, but regardless of the lack of explanation, I agree. It was an analogy on something. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about races. But regarding your first point, this is irrelevant to the conversation. Because Rigby being the dumb one isn't something I don't think was ever brought up here. so far. It's just that Mordecai wouldn't have a job if he was 65, so bringing this up just feels like clarifying something that wouldn't matter if we knew or not.
So I get the zipper on a wizard gown thing is probably a joke, but if the show had bothered to do any research, they would know that wizards are notoriously anti-zipper anyway. And the whole reason they even wear the gowns in the first place is because of the mutilated wand incident of 763.
And if you did your research, then you would know that wizards don't exist in real life.
Then why keep this point in if you know that you're wrong? This is just reckless on your part.
Also, this is a pretty lame magic keyboard. Not only are the keys different sizes, it starts on an A and ends on an F and doesn't even span 2 octaves. Even the smallest keyboards usually start on a low C, have a middle C, and end on a high C.
It's almost as if the artists need to omit details for the sake of style or simplification.
Yeah. And that doesn't excuse how the structure of the notes aren't realistic or the size of the keyboards being inconsistent. Anyways, the rest of the video I don't care about or are going to make me repeat myself, so I'm ending the video here. I hope you guys have a good day and take care.